I've had a lot of free time during quarantine. So you want to watch Paper Towns or Scott Pilgrim? Like a lot of free time. So I've been replaying through all the old Pokemon games. I beat Fire Red, then Platinum, but when I got to SoulSilver, something felt off. Rather, some things felt off. This is the 2 things that scared me about Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver. So the first event starts off with Arceus, the creator of all Pokemon. If you take an Arceus to the ruins of Alph, a researcher will stop and bring you to the underground ruins to help you solve the mystery of the unknown. When you get underground, the unknown paintings on the wall start to come alive and bring you and your Arceus to an unknown area. Boo! A traveler then proceeds to tell you are in the Sinjoh ruins, a mixture of Sinnoh and Johto cultures coming together. This should strike you as odd. Now, it's not impossible to travel between each region. Even in one case, we see Steven, the champion of the Hoenn region, hanging out in Kanto, but that's not the case we have here. This isn't a quick run to Saffron City to go fight the gym leaders in Kanto. This is a complete mixture of 2 different regions into one, which up until this point was unheard of. The traveler then invites you to his cabin. As you both walk towards the cabin, he mentions that a famous trainer from the Sinnoh region is staying with him. At this moment, your anxiety spikes. You have a haunting suspicion that you know who that trainer is in the cabin, but you shake it off. It couldn't be her. That's impossible. As you enter the room, you look to your right and you confirm your suspicions. You see Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh region. To give you an idea of how difficult it is to beat Cynthia, not only does she have a collection of memes dedicated to the PTSD and anxiety trainers get when they hear her battle music, but I also have a fully decked out team in Sinnoh, all level 100, 2 legendaries by the way, and she still gives me trouble. In efforts to avoid a potential panic attack, you decide to walk to the left side of the room. There you see an old man sitting with his Abra. As if he read your mind, he states, "You look a little bit out of it, as if you can't process what's going on. Would you like me to send you home with my Abra?" This might be the most terrifying part of the whole event, and I haven't even gotten to the event yet. Pokemon is notorious for locking players into situations even if it's not in their favor. Oh, you just got through fighting an entire group of Team Rocket Grunts and you need to go to the Pokemon Center right away? Too bad, Trainer Joey wants the Tango. And you want to know what's my favorite part out of all of this? If you deny his request, he says, "Good luck." Good luck! As if this man already knows something's gonna go wrong. So you finally talk to Cynthia and she says she senses a great power in your Pokeball. She then invites you to meet her at the entrance of the ruins. So you enter the ruins and she takes you to a summoning circle. My bad, y'all, my bad. Mystery stage. Gotta work for that E rating, you know. Blah, blah, blah. History lesson about how people worship Arceus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me make sure I got this right. A combination of 2 cultures blending into one, which has never been seen before. One of the strongest trainers of all time comes to help you instead of battle you. The game that is notorious for not giving you a way out gives you a way out. And the mystery stage. You're not scared? Nothing? Not even a shiver? Alright, try to warn you. Roll the clip. They don't make Pokemon events like this no more, yo. You just Amazon Prime your legendary Pokemon nowadays. So there's a lot that just happened, and there's a couple of different ways that this event can be interpreted. So I'm just gonna explain it the way I see it. But before we do that, I'm gonna ask you a question. Why do you think that for each Pokemon game, there's 2 different versions? For the bread? Yes, but that doesn't cover all of the bases. Like why in my copy of SoulSilver I fight Lugia, but in my brother's copy of HeartGold he fights Ho-Oh. And why do we have the same character sprite, and the same rival, and the same mom? I think this event explains that and a little bit more. So one of the things I didn't mention before the clip is that this event allows you to get one of the creation trio. Although we have seen copies of legendary Pokemon in the anime, when it comes to the box art legendaries, Pokemon is pretty strict with its reasoning that there's only one of them in each game. So how would this work? Are there simply 2 Dialgas controlling the flow of time? That doesn't make too much sense. And if you say, oh, well maybe Dialga didn't exist in this timeline up until that event, that doesn't make too much sense either because time wouldn't be able to flow. So then what's the answer? Parallel universes. So when you're watching that whole PowerPoint presentation by Arceus, you quite literally see him reshape reality so that having 2 Dialgas, Palkias, or Giratinas makes sense, in turn causing another universe to be made. It also makes sense that when I battle my friend, we have the same character model. You could think of it as fighting yourself from a different parallel universe. Instead of picking Cyndaquil, you pick Totodile. Instead of catching Raikou, you caught Entei. Did I mention that this game is rated E for everyone? For children? Don't seem so innocent and pure now, huh? The second thing that scares me about this game. So, you finally beat all the gym leaders. You're feeling pretty good, you're feeling pretty confident, right? Someone then tells you about this area called Mount Silver. They said it's a great place to train, so you decide to fly over there and check it out. So you finally get over there, and you notice it's unusually barren. There's no trainers in the area, and the only person in the Pokemon Center is a Nurse Joy. But you let this go. You've already beaten all the gym leaders in the Kanto and the Johto region, and your rival, and the champion. You've already proved your abilities. So, as you start training, you realize, oh, it's not called Mount Silver for no reason, let's climb it. As you start to climb, you realize this isn't an ordinary mountain. The Pokemon are incredibly strong, but it just feels like it'll never end. After a few more battles, you notice a hole that has to be the exit. After you reach the exit, you immediately notice 2 things. First of all, you've climbed so high up on this mountain that it started snowing heavily. The second thing is that the music has stopped. The only thing you can hear is the snow brushing harshly past you. As you walk towards the top of the mountain, you stop dead in your tracks. You see someone dressed all in red. At this point, you're thinking one of 2 things. Either you're thinking, man, I get to go up against Ash, catch him, let's get it started. Or you're thinking the other option. And you know, Cynthia being at the Sinnoh ruins at least kind of makes sense. Oh, it's a mixture between Sinnoh and Johto, and you know how Cynthia loves to study her mythology. But this person being here, that's like your teacher putting something on the test that you actually know. It ain't gonna happen. You take a deep breath and you talk to the trainer in red. Alright, you know what? This ain't that bad. It's only a Pikachu. I've beaten plenty of them before. I just want to go home, bruh. You know, I'm not scared of many things. The gym leaders, not scared. My rival, not scared. The Indigo Plateau, not scared. But this guy right here, he's Freddy Krueger scary. So for those of you who don't understand how high of a level 88 is, remember how we were talking about Arceus a second ago? Well, the only way to get Arceus was to do an event where you picked him up at a Pokemart. Now, doesn't this seem kind of strange to you? The creator of the universe given to a 10-year-old by some random man at a store? Seems a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think? And you'd be right by saying that. For one reason or another, the original Arceus event was cancelled and substituted for the one we have now. But would you like to know the level of the original Arceus? 80. Level 80. The creator of the entire universe is not level 100, but 80. And this trainer's Pikachu is higher. This high-level Pikachu also knew the move Volt Tackle, which, back in 2009, the method to teach this move was not widely known, which made it even more special to long-term fans. So, let's say you somehow beat his Pikachu, right? Alright, 1 down. He took out 3 of my Pokemon, but he can't have anything harder than that, right?
fight this? Huh?
Pikachu and Charizard have been catching bodies since 1997. I was born in 2001. How is that fair? In addition to the aforementioned Pokemon, the trainer also has the other two starter Pokemon from the Kanto region, a Snorlax and a Lapras. Adding on to that, half of his team knows the move Blizzard, which is notorious for doing a lot of damage but sometimes being inaccurate. But due to the fact that it's snowing as you're fighting him, the move always hits. This means that, for half the battle, you can't use Dragon types, which were known for being pretty broken at the time. Basically taking out one of the infinitesimal options you had at beating him. And if you've noticed during this video, I've been saying him, not his real name. That's because you can take this fight in 3 different ways. Like I said earlier in this video, some people may see this as the final fight against Ash Ketchum. Other people may just see this as their final test, the true challenge to become the greatest Pokemon trainer ever. And then there's the last group such as myself, who recognizes this isn't a fight against Red from the Kanto region, this is a fight against yourself. This is the kid who grew up watching the anime, played the video games, and had the trading cards. The kid who was so obsessed that that was the only thing they thought about. The person who couldn't relate to most people, so all they said was nothing. This fight is symbolic of a lot of things, but this is the biggest part. In order to become the best trainer in the world, not only do you have to overcome the obstacles, but you also have to overcome yourself to become the best person you can be. Boy! Hey, yo, what you doing? Boy, quit scaring people. It's Christmas time. Your holiday was 2 months ago. Now put the damn Santa hat on. This boy must have lost his damn mind talking about spooky stories during the Christmas season. Oh, what? You thought you was at the Sinjo ruins combining 2 cultures at once, huh? Merry Christmas.